Okay, ma'am, please start. Please start. Madam. Is it not audible? Actually, voice is not coming out. Madam.
Hello.
Mother ma'am, please start.
Okay, shall I start?
Okay, please.
Start, ma'am. Please start.
Shall I start, sir? Am I audible?
Okay.
Okay, right. Thank you. Yes, good morning to you all and a warm welcome to our today's session. Might be the last session, the Storied House Part 2. Now we are going to deal with some largely demanding and most avoided topics, that is spoken English. How to flow our words like a current flow like Niagara. So what makes us a difference? What changes our lives? Okay, if I'm audible, I can continue, sir. Please, anyone respond?
Please,
Okay,
please continue. Okay, no problem.
let me introduce myself without any delay. All the technical issues are very common, like the adversities of our life. Today we are going to deal with some topic I already mentioned, that is English barriers breaking barriers. I am Rama Devi, School Assistant English from ZPHS Ramapuram, Melacheru Mandal, Suryapet district. Here we are going to discuss this English barriers. What is English barrier? Yeah, speaking English barriers. What are the barriers for us which are hampering us from speaking English? And now, today, we are going to break all them. We are the barriers. Who is a barrier? Who battles continuously? Who battles in the ground, war ground? That is a warrior. We are the barriers from today for breaking all the barriers of spoken English and communicating in English. That is was the most awaited and largely demanded thing, and hundreds and millions of thousands of rupees and dollars have been spent on the same issue. In other words, to say all the world is pondering over the thing, how to cross that barrier. Not even in our country, but most of the globe, almost 80% of people are on the same issue, burning issue, have to speak English flawlessly, and how can we be known to by the world? That is what the burning issue from dawn to dusk. Then, children, what makes us think in this way? Yes, what makes us English is really important for what? Communication. Uh, if we communicate in our mother tongue, can't we be heard by somebody? On the moment we come onto the planet, our only communication is mere cry. With that cry, we can be known to be by the whole world, and our needs, all our needs were attended by our nearby people, especially from our mothers and all. Then how? What makes a difference after learning some words, after learning some sentences, after learning some conversations, plottings? What is going on? After learning all these things, we are sometimes being hated, being unloved, and what makes the difference? The words we are choosing are making us all the difference. Okay, now how to go through them? Why is English communication important first from dawn to dusk, as we discussed earlier? It is a thing chosen by the whole world to be known by the whole world. That is one thing. And the technology. If you want to tame the technology, you are very much needed to speak in English, to communicate in English. You want to sell your goods. That is what the only way you want to communicate in English. If you are with your mother tongue, you can be known to only people who are there in your surroundings. But if you want to go through the world, you peep through the world through that window, you have to know English. Unless you are a very good communicator in English, you can't go at all. Now, children, some commonly found English syndromes are there. What making us some sort of hesitation to speak in English? What making us? Children, this is not with you, not only with you, only with the teachers, with the English teachers, even sometimes English professors. I saw so many of them. I have witnessed. They can't even utter some dialogue, some sentences on standing on the stage. By standing on the stage, they cannot. Fear of public speaking and fear of some syndromes. What do you mean by a syndrome? Which pulls you back from doing something, which are predominantly, they are knitted up in your mind. Those are the syndromes. What are the commonly found syndromes to speak in English? What are the barriers? See, children, here the first syndrome is someone is watching me. Not diabetes, not a thyroid, not a heart attack, the biggest disease in the whole world. Someone is watching me. Someone is watching me is the main syndrome. So, what do people think of me? What do they think of me? That is what the don't the other world, can't it find any other thing except watching you? Yes. Don't be self-conscious, my dear children. Be a confident speaker. Walk through your fears. That is what the most important thing to say precisely. And what do people think of me? What if I go grammatically wrong when I'm speaking? Yes, when you are speaking, if you go grammatically wrong, what will happen? Does the earth move starting from left to right or right to left? No, nothing will happen in that way. You will be understood and you will be appreciated by the people who are there if you start speaking in English. Let me give you one example, my dear children. If you're watching TV constantly and then you ask, Amma, manchil kavali. Then, does your mother bring immediately? No. Pelli తెచ్చుకో నాకు కూడా ఇవ్వు అంటుంది. If you ask her in the same way in English, Mom, will you please give me some water? Of course, she may not be able to understand all the sentence grammatically whether it is right or not, but she feels, okay, my son needs some water. Water she can understand and immediately gives you. After giving, what does she do? Immediately she rushes to the neighboring house to say, Vadina, మా అబ్బాయి ఇంగ్లీష్ లేకుండా కనీసం మంచినీళ్ళు కూడా తాగడు. హీఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు గవర్నమెంట్ స్కూల్కి వెళ్తున్నాడు కదా, ఎంత బాగా ఇంగ్లీష్ మాట్లాడతాడో. దే మేక్స్ ద డిఫరెన్స్. అఫ్ కోర్స్ తెలుగు ఈజ్ అవర్ మదర్ టంగ్. Does it not effective as well as English? Of course it is. You have to speak even in your mother tongue. If you speak fluently, if you understand the literary part in your mother tongue, you can understand the context of English also. You can master the skills in other language also, children, believe me. And the last syndrome is, of course, so many syndromes are there. These are the things which I find myself very irritating and so commonly found by others too. Acceptance from everybody. Is it possible to be accepted by each and everyone on the whole world? No way. If one says it is right, immediately other says it's wrong. There's some mistakes. There are some limits in that. So children, accepted by everybody is not at all possible in the world. No two clocks in the world can show the same time. Yes, remember children, you have to go on your own pace. You have to tread your own path. Don't choose the path same which was used by so many people. Then how can it be very enthusiastic to you to find something? Not at all. So choose your own path and walk through your fears. Don't get feared by your fears. Don't let your fears down you, children. That is what the important thing in life to achieve success wherever, whatever domain it may be, not with the spoken English. Yes, children, some simple tips to get used to speak in English. What are the important things? As we already discussed, to learn something, you have to practice. No other thing is as important as something else. To get some practice, to get some mastery over that, you have to practice. That is what the only mantra. No other shortcut way in the world is there to get success simply. So first thing is, children, you may remember only three things out of these. Only three things. Of course, if you master all the 12 I have given here, it may be very beautiful, but at least if you master three skills, if you remember three skills from among these 12, that will be very efficient and will be going to add some more beauty to your whole life. Okay, first be realistic about your English learning goals. Be realistic. First, you must be happy whatever you are doing with the thing, whatever you are doing, you must be happy. Do not expect your English to be as good as the tougher native speaker or any news reader. Okay, it's not possible for us, but slowly we can master that pronunciation skill also. Basically, you have to focus first your goal. If you are very strong at your goal and you are very peaceful and feeling very happy about your goal, then it will make a difference. Practice speaking as well, not just reading and listening. Children, so many of you, people can suggest you who came a long way in English speaking. They may suggest you like read books, you listen to that. But children, not reading, not mere reading, and not mere listening can help you. Practice, only practice can help you. Okay, listening, of course, to imitate that one, you have to listen, no other way, but you have to practice. See, standing in front of your mirror, if you speak to yourself, there's no other one to judge you, no other one to guide you, no other one to hear you except you. Then you can start learning. There you can make a difference, children. Practice speaking English whenever you get a chance. See, children, so many teachers, even teachers, they are very much afraid of speaking when it comes to a public speaking. When headmaster asks them to come and stand in front of the whole school and speak, address children, or speak something else, they may get cocooned. They go inside a shell, like a tortoise. Then why? Why is it going on in this way? Because of all predominant fears. Practice English, speaking English. Don't miss that opportunity. You have to grab that opportunity. Whenever teachers ask you to come forward to speak in English, whatever you know, you have to go forward. Then get a native speaking friend. Of course, if it is possible, otherwise you can make well acquaintance with your friends who are speaking in English. Okay, do not be afraid of making mistakes. This is what the most common and the basic principle, children. Don't be afraid of. Is a child afraid of speaking, uttering his words, initial words? Atta, mama, nakadi kavali, am kavali, and I want some food. He never asks in this way, right? So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Be a child again. That is what the important thing. Be a child. You feel yourself as a child, not an adult, not a very good familiar one. Oh, I'm this big, how to speak, how can I speak? First you remove all those fears from your mind. Use simple sentences at first, then progress to more complex sentences. Yes, children, our mind also is made in that way, simple to complex. First, speak some simple sentences, then go to complex ones, then get a reliable English course. This is optional. If you can afford, you go to the next level. you go definitely you go to the next level. If it is not possible, no need of no going back at all, because you can create some atmosphere, English speaking atmosphere around you. Then you can practice, that doesn't matter. Make an effort to improve your pronunciation. Yeah, I told you already. Make that pronunciation to correct that one. You can take help of others, other sources, and try saying something extra. See, children, all these are optional, but basic or some three there. I told you. From that, you can choose. Learn from your mistake. Don't be afraid of learning from your own mistakes. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. First, make some mistakes, then you will be very perfect. Then listen to English language music. This is what the important thing, children. I too find it very interesting to listen to some English songs and to catch at least some words from that. And with that enjoyment, you can learn very well. And learn some English tongue twisters. Tongue twisters. You know, children, you might have heard of those in your classrooms also. Betty bought some butter, but butter is bitter. So like that, you go on learning some tongue twisters. You can muster some confidence within. Then it will be very easy for you to go through. And children, and now I want to share a small story with you. Someone is watching me. I already told you. Once there was a very big announcement in a hugely strengthened school. There were more than 2,000 children, highly reputed school. In that school, there was an announcement regarding students. Today, you are going to meet a person who is the worst enemy in your whole life, who is hampering, who is disturbing all your progress and all your success. You can do anything if you want to do him. You may kill him. This was the announcement from this one. Okay, all the children started going inside the room. After that, they were coming back one by one with a very great sigh of relief on their faces. While going, they were very anxious, and coming back, they were really extremely happy and were feeling that they were on cloud nine, very fluffy like clouds. Then what made them? Any guesses? Who were there inside that room? Who was the biggest enemy of all the students? Yes, children. Do you want to know what is there inside? There was a very big mirror hung to the wall, and next to that mirror, there was a reading, a notice board. You are the biggest enemy in the whole world. You are the best friend to you. After saying that, they all came to know one thing, one conclusion. Okay, who is stopping us from doing all these things? Only we people. So never go to that fears. You just walk through your fears, and you always be excited to see what is there beyond all our fears. If once you reach there, then it will be a bed of roses, children. That you are going to master each and everything, whatever you want. Not only this speaking English, communicating in English. So you shed all the fears first of all. Love whatever you want to do. You love that thing, then you can be very successful. Let me share one more story, children. A girl who is in her teens, after her 10th class. Only 10th class was there in her village. After that, they have to walk through that almost 3 kilometers to go to a nearby town. You have to walk and to get further studies. But her parents' decision in those days, the society was there. Teens, teenage girls must go to college, either college or marriage. That was the phenomena. But this girl's parents also, according to all the social norms and all, they chose the same thing, the latter thing, that was marriage. After the marriage, of course, celebrating the marriage marital life too, The girl was left after 10 years, was left with the school going kids and a very sweet and happy family. Then she started thinking of something. Why am I lulling all my passions? Why am I keeping them sleep? Can't I awake them? So, thinking in that way, she started her studies back. Yes, with BA English Literature and MA English Literature and then B.Ed. You know, children in those days taking BA English Literature after the whole stop of 10th class, after 10 years, it was really an adventurous thing. So many mocked at me, why do you take this BA English literature? Yeah, my passion was to become an English teacher in those days when I was in 10th class. You may be wondering why am I saying I? Yeah, that girl was. So, children, with that passionate effort, I could reach that success. I'm not telling all this to exaggerate myself, not to impress you all. Only thing is, if when can do that one, a normal, a simpleton, a village girl can do all these things. Why can't you? You have numerous opportunities now, children. In those days we didn't have all this, but now government is providing each and everything. To all my girl students, I say the same each and every alternate day. Don't stop here. If you have the seeds, fruitful seeds inside you, even though according to your parents you get married to a person, when you get some favorite situation, you can be start flourishing. So that is what the message I want to give you, children. So from impossible to I'm possible. I can do anything. Then if you can do anything, other person also can do anything. You can give the same message to each and every person who want to do and who want to achieve and who want to make a difference in their lives. Okay, now let me share you how my teaching will be. Even with my students, I never teach them directly, children. Especially particularly to the students, I'm going to say is you give an opportunity to your teachers to find some potential within you. If you are passive, you are very insipid, you're not at all interested in learning English, how can they find some talent? How can they be interested to teach? Even English teachers, so many English teachers, they will at the same thing, my dear children. As my students are not good, as my students are not interested towards English, even I myself, even from getting out of universities itself, I'm forgetting all the things behind. That is what the thing they are saying. They are complaining, children. Then, first thing you have to learn is you just grow some passion and be happy with the things what you want to do. First decide what you want to do. As English is this dominant in this world, why don't we practice? Why don't we learn? When it is taking you to the next level, to the better level in life, why do you stop there and watching and staring at somebody who are speaking very flawlessly and fluently? Okay, you come out from that cocoon, children. First, let's start that one. And now I want to show you all how my students are engaged in self-learning and loving their jobs. Yes. Student, no sound, I think. Yeah, there may be some technical issue, but they are involving in the conversation. They are asking, one is acting like a magic pot and another one is acting like a student. Even in this pandemic, they are doing such type of things. They are practicing whatever they learned in the school without forgetting, children. Yes, children. Please give me a second. Yes. Children who are playing a drama here. Oh, I don't know whether the dialogues are audible or not, but it's very interesting. Students before this corona pandemic, they were playing. I have the habit of recording all the things and showing them back so that they can understand how confidently they are speaking. And even after going from school, also they practice the same. So all these are the dialogues done by children. It's very interesting activity, you may believe or not. Involve whatever it may be, you have to involve yourself in those things, in participating in a direct way, whatever it may be, not merely reading and reproducing them in your papers and getting some marks. That is not at all important. Of course, that is important for getting marks and show your performance, but making it your own and making it useful for your practical purpose, it's very important to involve yourself in such type of programs, children. Okay, I want to show you another one. This is choreography. Children, here, I don't know, is it audible or not? Of course, okay. Choreography is also in the form of a song. Title and the theme, instances of the theme, stanza wise, location, characters, and sequence of actions. These are the simple steps for a choreography. In 9th and 10th classes, you have 10 marks for this choreography. When you learn a choreography by singing and dancing, it will be memorable for a longer period, not only for these children, not only for getting marks, but also for your practical purpose in your life, to teach your own children or to speak fluently, whatever it may be. It's very useful. Singing songs, even in English, it can give you lots of endless confidence, and which cannot allow you even to sleep. That is what the thing worked with me, children, believe me. I had that passion to become an English teacher with just 10th class qualification. I wanted to. I dreamt a lot. What made my dreams come true? That is what the passion, as our Dr. Abdul Kalam says, it must be burning. It must be burning and burning and burning. Dream bigger and bigger. Low aim is a very big crime. Okay, don't let your aims very low. Don't set your goals very low. Then you cannot achieve anything. If you want to achieve something in your life, you must go. Children, can you believe me or not? I do not know, but only 3,000 words, the vocabulary you need to communicate in any language is only 3,000 words, most particularly in English. If you want to communicate vigorously in English, you need only 3,000 words. Don't we have such 3,000 words in our mind? We have, but what's going on? Where all the words are going, running out of us when the chance comes to speak in English in front of somebody. What's going on with all our words? That is what the thing now mostly and quite often this is debatable. Yes, children. Only thing is that stopping from communicating English is our fear, whatever it may be. You know, if you invite some people to speak even in Telugu in front of some people, then shudder in the spinal cord. Why? Why is it happening? Only lack of confidence. Confidence, especially in us. We can believe everyone in the whole world, everyone, every damn person who is next to you. But we are not ready to believe in ourselves. We are not believed to put some confidence in us. So these things are very important, children. Don't forget, even in your life, get up early in the morning and looking at you into the mirror and say something. Yes, I'm going to make a difference from now onwards, from today onwards. I'm going to create some English atmosphere around me. the society. So many of you, so many of my students also might be saying the same thing. Madam, no one is there to speak in English. With whom can I communicate? Yes, no one is there. You create yourself. Your friends are there in the classroom. Classmates are there who are very much ready, eager, enthusiastic, very much passionate about speaking in English. So if someone speaks immediately, what others comment, oh, speaking in English, oh, came from London just now, landed from London. No, you just wipe off all those fears and start going through, start walking through your fears and start finding what is there beyond all those fears. Nothing will be there, children. Only your fear is stopping from that getting confidence. If you participate like this in your own schools, then it will be very easy for you, and it can make your teacher's job also very efficient and very worthy, children. As I told you before, so many of my colleagues, so many of my teachers, English teachers, who are saying the same thing. My students are not at all interesting. My whole time is being wasted on searching them to school and settling them in the school. There's a lot of irregularity in your government schools. Children, don't waste your time in that way, because efficient teachers are there in our schools waiting for you, for children who are enthusiastic and who are very happy. In a few days, we are going to come and meet in our own schools. Okay, children. So you have to be very happy while coming. Be interested. This is what the last chance for you to speak in English, to learn and to make a difference and to win the whole world, my dear children. Now I want to thank all our DO sir. I think I'm not crossing the time which was given by the whole team. Now, here I want to conclude the whole session by thanking our DO sir, who is really conducting these classes adventurously. You know, children, why I opted that adventure word? Because this is not possible if there is a strong determination to conduct all these things. And the whole team who are behind this, making all it a possible task, I want to thank each and everyone who is there beyond working and working and working. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, today there's no interruption for our session, it seems. I'm
Okay,
very happy.
okay,
I'm
madam.
very happy, sir. There are no remains from your side. So, can I talk to the people who are there for some more time? If you give me the time, I want to go. This is an endless topic to talk about how to talk in English, how to converse in English. So, children, all
Srimata.
you have to do is be ready. I'm going to meet you all in your schools if I get a chance. And don't leave any opportunity, any damn opportunity, damn thing, which is very important, children. So
Can
to
can 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 I
emphasize
can I
that one,
can
I
I dare to
Gurmurthy sir,
can I
time
dare
up.
to
leave any
can I dare to stop
opportunity.
you?
Just
Ah,
grab it. Go yourself and knock the door of the opportunity and grab that one. Whatever the things come your way. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and bearing with me and listening to this. And now, from today onwards, you're going to make it a whole lot of difference